Hi, this is Mark from Grus. In this video I want to discuss and demonstrate total performance data, or TPD for short. So what do TPD provide? Well, as you can see from this FAQ on screen, they collect data from the GPS trackers located in a horse's saddle cloths and then transmit this data from their servers. And providing you have a subscription with TPD, then you can display this data within Betting Assistant based on the options that we've provided. But before taking out a subscription with TPD, I recommend having a look at through their FAQs and their pricing to see if this is suitable for you. Okay, so let's now have a look at how we have integrated the TPD data into our software. So once you have a TPD subscription, you'll be provided with a key code which you can put into Betting Assistant to allow the software to receive the TPD data via your TPD subscription. The way you do that is to go into Preferences and into the TPD settings, where you'll be able to paste your key. So let me just show you that. Options, Preferences, into the TPD section of the settings. Put your key here, and then you'll need to tick this checkbox just to say you accept that using this third-party data is at your own risk. So now I'll quickly take you through the rest of the TPD settings that we've included. So there's a checkbox here that says it's for killing any existing market subscriptions or connections when you connect our software to your TPD subscription. This ensures that our software can connect if you've maybe had connected to another application that was using your TPD subscription. And this next setting lets you decide how the data will be displayed in the grid, either as a column or as a row underneath each runner. Then we've got this setting that allows you to update the prices when the TPD data is updated, which means that the price refreshes in the software will be synced with the TPD data refreshes. The next lot of settings apply to how the data is displayed on top of the map image. So as well as the data being displayed in the grid, you can also have a separate window which will display the horse's progress overlaid onto a map image of the course, which can either be a satellite image or an outline drawing. Along with the map image, you can optionally choose to include a chart displaying the course paths times. So, and then on the right hand side of the settings, you can see three specific metrics relating to velocity fluctuation, velocity error and cadence error. These three metrics can be displayed in the grid via custom columns with optional colour coding, e.g. the green, amber and red. These colours can be changed by clicking on them, which will open up the Windows colour picker, and so you can change the colours if you prefer different colours. Of course, you do not need to have the colour coding if you so wish. You can include these metrics without the colour coding on ticking the boxes. And of course you don't need to display these metrics at all. It's optional settings. And then there's also another set of metrics you can also add via custom columns, which I'll show you when we look at the grid. The next two settings allow you to link the back and lay buttons that you will see on the map image, if you choose to open that, to specific custom columns. You'll only see those buttons on the map if you've chosen to link to specific columns. And then the next setting lets you set a gap between the leading runner and the next column in the grid, which may be something you want to add just to make it a bit easier to see the finish of the race in the grid column. But this is just a cosmetic setting. Then the next two settings are for how the grid column is scaled to fit the number of horses as set. And finally, there is a list of metrics that can be included in the Excel triggered betting feed if you use that particular feature. So let's now have a look at the grid to see how the TPD data is displayed in a live race. Okay, so now we're back at the grid, and you can see this TPD button here. Now you'll only see that button if you've entered a TPD key in settings, and also if TPD have coverage for this particular race. I mentioned about having metrics displayed in the grid, and you do that via custom columns. I'm just going to show you this particular column here. This custom column I've added is showing a TPD metric. So let me have a look at that in custom columns. This is custom column, and so you can see I've selected the speed of the fastest runner, which TPD show in meters per second, and here are all the different metrics that you could add and have displayed in a custom column. Additionally, the custom column still works in the same way as if you weren't displaying any TPD data, so you can have it place a bet based on the criteria that you've set in here. I've got this particular column set to back using a stake of 2 at odds of 1.01, and just for demonstration purposes I've got this set to verify bet, but in reality you'd probably have it without the verify bet. So let me just show you, clicking on that column will place that bet that I mentioned, but because it's got TPD data linked to it, it will actually display that TPD data in the live when the market is in play. We're still a bit out from the start of this race, so let's come back to it at the start so you can see how the data looks. Okay, so we're still a little bit out from the start of the race, but I just wanted to show you, when you click on the TPD button, this is what happens. It's going to open the TPD column, which is where the data is going to be displayed as the race is progressing. This column is quite a wide column, as you can see, but you can make it narrower by dragging across the top here, make it wider. You can reposition it as you can with any of the columns to put it where it best suits your requirements. So once you've clicked on the TPD button, it will have a green background to show that it's connected to the TPD data. Now the map is selected by right clicking on the same button, and there you can see the map image with the horses being overlaid onto this map with a number signifying each horse. So what we can see here is the progression of the race, and what do these arrows mean? So arrows pointing right indicate that they are running faster than the leader, and the length of the arrow indicates how much faster. Orange means that they are further back than 2 meters, and red means that they are within 2 meters. Green arrows pointing left means that they are running slower than the leader, and the length indicates how much slower. And the number in the blue box is the number of meters back from the leader, and the number above the arrows is the speed in mph. And I mentioned this metric, which was showing the fastest runner, and that's in meters per second. So you can see how the data looks as the race is being run. And I mentioned that I linked buttons to custom columns, and those are these buttons here. In fact, I only linked the back button, and the way you would use it is you would move the mouse pointer over the horse that you wanted to place the bet on, and then you can see the name of the horse as well, and then you would click on the button and it would link to that custom column. In fact, I had it set to the same this custom column here, so clicking on that for any given horse would place that bet that's linked to that custom column. And if you have any questions about this particular video or anything to do with how we're displaying this TPD data, then please email us and we'll reply as quickly as possible.